Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. And today I want to talk about something that has been like going around. And I don't know if you guys seen it lately, but every female artist is going through a good girl to bad girl persona. And basically, I think we all seen it from Sabrina Carpenter to Taylor Swift to Miley Cyrus. And yeah, I want to talk about this because I think it's really important that I know a lot of females on here are watching my channel, but I want to understand why there's a good girl persona. And we all know sex sells, so I feel like that is the persona that we're pushing onto our teenagers that are going through these phases. So we all seen it, the soft, innocent era suddenly flips into something edgier, darker, and more sexualized. From Sabrina Carpenter to switch to bold lyrics and cropped outfits, to Miley Cyrus Wrecking Ball era, and even Taylor Swift transformation throughout reputation. It's like being bad is a new edge of empowerment. But here's the real question. What is really empowerment? And are we watching a deeper spiritual shift happen in culture, or that dresses rebellion up as a freedom? Let's get into the video. Before we get into the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know your thoughts below about this topic. Let's get into it. So I want to start about the rebranding trend. We live in a time and era where rebranding is everything. Artists revalient themselves to stay relevant. New look, new sound, new attitude. But there's one specific rebrand that everywhere it's the good girl gone bad transformation. It's not about clothes or confidence anymore. It's about new identity. A shedding innocence, modesty, or purity for something that screams independence, control, and self worship. We're going to talk about Sabrina Carpenter because I feel like she is a hot artist that's popping up right now. Sabrina Carpenter, we all know from Girl Meets World, and basically, she has turned into a over sexualized woman. Okay, she is deep throating the mic. She is doing these sexual acts in her performances, in her concerts, and we also look at Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift went to a countryside sweetheart, lovable, heartbreak kind of romance. Now she's into this whole reputation. She's playing with godly figures, snakes, all these different types of things. And Miley Cyrus, we all know Miley Cyrus and her era with the Wrecking Ball era and her twerking on, but she started to be edgy and wanted to burst out into this new bubble. We also see Jojo Siwa. Jojo Siwa was on Dance Moms' Lovable, Danceable Girl, and then she transformed into this lesbian, um, I'm bad type of girl. Same thing goes for all these different celebrities. Olivia Rodrigo, all these different celebrities. We are putting this into our children. And I was watching this video. Um, I'm gonna put her video down below, but Taylor Alexis made a good point. She stated that, this is a honey trap. Once these kids are into Disney princesses and all this type of lovable kind of thing, and then they transform into this adult woman and they want to be over sexualized. And I think that was a good point that she made. I'm gonna put her video down in the description. Image sells because it represents freedom of rules, confidence, rebellion, and control. Or that's what the world tells us. But the truth is, a lot of these rebrands aren't just really about freedom. They're about running from labels the world's giving them instead of running to the identity that God gave them. Culture says, be your own God, do what feels good, break the rules. But God says, whoever loses their life for my sake will find it, stated in Matthew 16:25. Real freedom doesn't come from rebellion, it comes from surrender. God, what is crazy that when you look closer, this trend mirrors a more spiritual pattern. The enemy always tries to take away something pure and twist it. As we said, the honey trap. He did in Eden. convincing Eve that rebellion would make her like God. But it's the same lie being whispered today, that being bad means being powerful, being glorious. That's the purity of weakness. Modesty means boring, but God does not take your power away, He refines it. In God's branding. Here's the truth, everyone is a rebranding season. We change, we evolve, we develop, but what is directing you to do that? Are you directing yourself to do that because of fame, because of money? And we worship these idols that are turning to a bad girl persona and overlies sexualizing. That's why we have a problem in the society with lust, overlies sexualizing individuals, and how modesty, as we said, is boring. So here's the truth, the world wants you to brand yourself based on aesthetics. We have all these different types of aesthetics, cottage core, Pilates core, all these different types of aesthetics. But God wants us to transform you from the inside out. Romans 12:2 states, do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by renewing of your mind. The real brand is not going from good girl to bad girl, but from broken girl to redeemed woman. And I'm going to say that with my chest. But from broken girl to redeemed woman. Because God does not strip away from your confidence, He sanctifies it. He does not silence your voice, He gives you a purpose. Now, let's close it out with this message. So, if you ever felt pressure to switch up to fit or look more powerful, remember the real power does not come from rebellion, and that does not come from lust or overly sexualizing. It comes from reflection, reflecting Christ. In the world, let's be focused, let's be determined, let's keep on being transformed with God. This is not about judging celebrities, it's about recognizing the pattern so we do not repeat it. Every trend tells a story, and the story you live should point back to the truth, not temptation. Because at the end of the day, God's rebrand is only one that lasts. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you guys have been seeing these trends with different celebrities, let me know down below in the comments. Let me know if I missed anybody, and yeah. Bye.